Good morning. How are we all this morning? So we have MiniBall mobility flows this morning. We are going to start without the ball and then add the ball in. So find a space on your mat. You'll need the mat. You'll need your MiniBall. And let's just bring feet under hips, open the toes to the corners, bring your heels in line with your toes, lift your toes, spread them, place them back down. Make sure you get your big toe in contact with the floor, but we're not gripping on. We're going to lift up through the insteps, all the way up into the lower abs. Find your neutral pelvis, shoulder blades into your pockets and release your arms down. Let's just start. Let's just begin by rolling through the shoulders. Nice big breaths into your rib cage. And then we're going to add round release. So round release, and we open the elbows back and down. Upper back opening, shoulders moving away, and then shoulders coming down into your back. Round and open. Just keep going with this. Nice movement into the back of the body. One more. Opening down. Shoulders roll. We're going to do a little step back and lunge. And in. Just getting nice mobility, no bounce. Heel lands. Lengthening into the back of the lower leg, into the calf, into the foot, into the Achilles, ankle mobility. Let's add a little reach up. So we're not going on the beat this morning particularly. We're just going to go with how this feels for our body. Fan up, feet under hips. Open the chest, pull the elbows right back and down. Bend your knees, take a fold, and just roll up like a raggy doll. Head, neck, shoulders coming up last. Shoulder blades into your pockets. Fan up again. Chest opens. Bend your knees, fold, hold down here. Fingertips either to your shins or the floor. We're going to lengthen the legs and then sit the hips back. Release the head and neck. Lengthen the legs. Sit the hips back. Lengthen, use the fingertips into the floor or into your shins, and sit back. One more time. Sit the hips back, raggy doll, roll up. Ease around the head, neck, shoulders. Easing around. Ooh. Okay, we're going to come to the right, nice and wide. We're going to just hold and go sit back for 4, 3. So if you want to hold anything for a little bit longer, please do. Sit the hips back. Take this as wide as is comfortable for you. Right hand comes to center. Left hand is just going to open, and we're going to get a rotation. Come down. We're going to open in front and rotate to the back of your hips. Come down. Take that over to the other side. Sit for 4 times, sitting the hips back. No bounce, just opening up into these releases, and then we hold. Right hand comes into the center, left finger is going to open just to whatever's comfortable for you. Don't pull into the shoulder. Come down, reach up in front, circle around towards your hip. Come back down. Feet stay wide, bend your knees, hands to thighs. We're going to lengthen the spine, tucking round here with wide legs. Inhale, breathe in as you lengthen. Exhale, breathe out as you tuck and round. Sitting into the feet, hips sitting back. Hands on your thighs. This time we're going to take that roll all the way back up. Roll through the shoulders all the way back up to standing. Come to the back end of your mat. Take a nice reach up all the way to the ceiling, maybe a little baby back bend, glutes gently engage. Opening up, take the arms wide, hinge and fold down. Just enjoy that nice feeling. I'm going to rock forwards and back here. If your fingers are on the floor or your hands are on the floor, release the back of the neck. Just a little rock over the feet. One more. And then walk through. Push the hips back, push the heels back, walk the hands in front of the shoulders, bend your knees, belly to thighs, press the palms into the floor, come to a downward facing dog, stretching into the back of the body. Plant the fingers, palms, thumbs onto the mat. Press the chest a little closer to your hips, and then we're going to release the knees down, untuck the toes, sit the hips back, slide the palms forwards on the mat, release the elbows, let the shoulders pour over your back, head to the mat or a block, and just ease down into the floor. Ease a little around here, come round. As you come up, take your hands a little forwards if you need. Shift the hips forward and then lower. Big toes untucked towards the back end of your mat. Slide the forearms onto the mat, shoulder blades into your pockets, and let's just lengthen the spine here. Opening up the front of the spine. Nice release here. Release down. Come back, big toes together, sit the hips back, extend the pinky fingers wide onto your mat. Release the elbows, release the shoulders, release the hips back. Give the hips a little extra push back if you like. And then coming all the way up to a kneeling position with your ball. So you can have your ball handy. I'm just going to turn the music up a little, I think, at my end. Hopefully it's okay at your end. It's difficult to tell when I'm recording, so I can't get your feedback on that. So you've got your ball. You can use a cushion, you can use a block, whatever feels right for you today, whatever you've got to hand. So we're coming up onto our knees. We're going to give ourselves space to the right and extend the right leg away. Add a little extra padding under your left knee if you need. So we've got to reach up. Just opening up the chest. We can sit the hips back to wherever feels good for you, hips to heel if you can, and slide the ball away. Coming up, reaching up, let the ball come down, slide the ball away. And again, we're going 4 times. Into the adductors in the inner thigh, into the hips, lengthening through the spine, opening up around the shoulders. One more. We're going to stay on this knee as we come back up. We're going to take the ball into your left hand. So we're going to reach up, we're going to open, reach over, and then we're going to come back the other way. Reach down, opening up the side waist. I'm not touching the floor with that hand that comes behind my thigh. We're lifting the rib cage up and away. 4 times. This lovely mobility. And then we're going to switch onto the right knee, left leg comes out. Reaching up. Just extend here, nice and tall. Bring the ball down, sit the hips back, inner thigh adductor stretch. Sliding the ball away, rolling it in, nice and tall. So your toe and your extended leg sits forwards. release. Reaching tall, sliding, sitting away. One more time. Taking the ball into your right hand. We're going to hinge at the hip sideways, reaching the rib cage away from the toes, from the hip. Coming in the opposite direction. No need to reach the floor unless you've got really long arms and you want to. So as you release, you might get a little bit deeper, depending on what you've done. Before you do this, you might get a little bit deeper. You might also get lots of lovely pops and cracks into your spine. Keep that top shoulder in line with the bottom shoulder, so don't let that top shoulder drop down. Keep facing forwards. One more. Lengthening up that whole sideways as we come over. And then come back down. We're going to sit down. And we're going to take left leg forwards. I'm going to give myself a teeny bit more space. Left leg forwards. Right knee bent. So this leg can be wherever you need it to be to make this comfortable. Lift your seat out of the way. So we've got ball in the same hand as your extended leg. Your toes and your knee are pointing towards the ceiling. We're going to rotate the ball towards the knee, and we're going to rotate the belly with it, and we're going to take a little hinge forward. You might reach your toes, you might not. You might go past onto the sole of your foot. We fold, ball in left hand, right hand down, and lift the mermaid. So come back, rotate the belly, fold. Knee and toe to the ceiling. So we're not pulling here, just allowing the body to go to wherever feels comfortable. 4 times. Each time you might just feel as though you open up a little bit more. One more time. Oops, lost my ball. Hinge and hold if you like. Come back with the ball. And then into mermaid. Switch sides. Set up. Take the seat out the way. Take a nice fold. Ball into your right hand, left hand down, mermaid. I'm going to bend my elbow because the wall is in the way. Rotate. Knee and toe to the ceiling. And open. So we're opening up the back of the body. Releasing the head. Opening up into the front of the body. And one more time. Bring yourself down. Take a little easy fold here. Give yourself a big diamond shape with your legs. I'm sitting my seat right back. And I'm just going to release the ball, maybe even let my head rest into the ball if it comes. I'm going to place my hands on top of that ball just to get that nice release here. Opening the hips, releasing the spine, releasing the back of the neck. Elbows are heavy, shoulders pouring down. Just rest here. Just a nice release. Come back up, extend the heels to the corners of the room with the ball. I'm going to come down over one leg. So a hinge, just like what we've just done. We're slightly targeting the legs a little bit differently. Balls into the sternum area as you rotate, and then come round. Four times to each side. And if you feel as though you just want to hold this, release into the shoulders, head, neck, elbows, hamstrings, you can. So at any time you want to just hold, that is fine. I'm just going to keep you moving through from one to the other. Toes and knees to the ceiling. Make sure we're not pulling the toes back towards the hips, so we're not bringing tension into the pelvis. One more. Forehead to knee. Bring the ball behind. You're going to place your hands on top of the ball, retract the shoulders, and then just press the ball away. Press the heels away, press the ball away, come to whatever feels good for you. I'm just going to lift up through the sternum to the crown of my head, opening into the front body here. Just breathe, just release. Make sure we're not hyperextending the elbows. If it's better for you, palms come to the floor, fingers point towards your backside, heels away. And you can do that move instead. Come round. Make a big circle with the hands, fingers onto the ball lightly, chin to chest, pull the ball away. Easing round here. Come round to a seated position. So we're going to bend left knee, ball into left hand. We're going to take the ball up and around into a rotation. Let me come away from my plant pot. Up and round into a rotation, hand on the inner thigh of your extended leg to help brace and rotate the body. And then we come round and we take both hands onto the ball and slide away down the outside of your thigh. So let's do that again. Open. Come back round, outside the thigh, and roll the ball towards the outer foot. Open, brace onto your legs, you get that help to rotate. And fold. One more on this side. Come back up. We're going to switch, extend the left leg, slight bend in the right. Let's lift the seat, ball into your right hand. Hand braces on the inner thigh of your extended leg. Let's open and rotate. If you can, you tap behind you on the floor. Come round diagonally to the outer left thigh. Roll both hands down as you roll the ball away. Lots of hamstring love this morning. Brace into your leg with the back of your hand. Lots of movement into the spine in different directions. Come back round. One more. So each time you're just getting a little bit further. Up we come. We're going to come onto your back. Ball is going to come into bra strap area. Let me just move my mic. Ball into bra strap area, head supported by your hands, support the lower part of your neck, the upper part of your neck as well. So the lower part of your neck, but the upper part of your spine, sorry, lengthen your tailbone away. Make sure you're comfortable here so you feel supported. We're going to take the chin towards the chest, and then we're going to circle all the way around and come back. So you might need to adjust where you are here on that ball to feel supported, to get movement into the spine. 4 times circling around in one direction. And it might be noisy depending if that ball is touching skin or not. All the way around. Head and neck well supported once you've done 4. Let's go in the opposite direction. All the time your neck and your head feel supported. Circling around. Sorry about the scratching noise. My mic is hitting my clothes as I come forward. All the way around. Finish with the head, chin to chest. Elbows closed tight. Open back over the ball. Elbows come over the ceiling towards the back wall and then open. Just release here. Plant your feet, and you can use your feet to get a little massage into the back of your body. I'm just going to tuck my t-shirt in for that. Up and down. Head and neck supported. I'm going to come side on into the lats. Like a little self myofascial massage into the other side. So this is better with a ball than a cushion or a block, I must admit. I've just rolled off my ball. Back into the center, all the way down, all the way up. Come back to bra strap area, lengthen the waist away, feet planted. Extend down over the ball. Now, depending how this feels for you, take one hand away, lengthen it away, just one hand, and reach away. Bend the elbow as you bring the hand down and curl up. Bend the elbow, come back. Extend the other arm, and let's reach it back and away. Plant pot in the way again. Just breathe, open up into the body here. Keep the neck lengthening. Bring the hand down, bend the elbow to come back to your head. You're going to come up a little to the back of your waist. Curl up, come to seated. We're going to come round onto all fours. Into a seated zigzag. We're going to come round into a zigzag. So we're going to start front of your mat. Feet hip width apart, wide, heels down, toes up. So we're here. Nice and tall, lift the seat out the way. Shoulders down away. Let me double check what we're doing here. Side, side. Okay, so we come side to side, take a little reach over the hip, come back into the center, take it up, over to the other side, reach away. Up into the center, over we go. I want you to take this to wherever feels good for you. Into the center, we're doing 4 to each side. I've just got my fingertips like pinwheels on the side of my ball. I'm moving forward, so I'm going to come over so you can still see me. Up through the center. One more to each side. And again, if you want to stay and hold and then join back in. Coming up through the center, come round to all fours. First move is on your forearms with both hands, ball behind the right knee. Come onto your forearms, make sure we're not pushing the chin forwards. Draw the navel slightly back, so we've got nice alignment in the head neck. We're just going to lift and come down and in with the ball. Lift, come down and in. Make sure that we're not lifting into the mid back. We're just lifting a little bit of glute activation here this morning. One more. We're going to take your right hand and touch the inside of your elbow and the left hand palm down. So right hand comes in under your chin, left palm comes down, and we're going to take the ball in and circle. So opening up into the hip in this circle this morning, big, big move. So that circle the other way. Into the hips for mobility, back up to all fours. Let's switch the ball. Onto forearms, both arms. Knees are hip width. Let's press the heel to the ceiling. Roll that knee in. Press the heel to the ceiling. Roll the ball in. You're going to bring your left arm, forearm under your chin, right palm to the floor. Something under my knee. And then we're going to circle. So it doesn't matter which direction you go first. Nice big moves. We're opening up to the side here. So we can get right into hip mobility. We're going 4 times. And then 4 times in the other direction. Bring it down. Open the knees as wide as your mat. Big toes untucked, sit the hips back. Bring your hands, palms onto the ball. Release into the knees. So we're going to sit into the hips if we can. And then we're just going to roll that ball all the way away and release the chest and the head down. So just releasing the forehead onto the mat, dropping the chest down. Elbows can soften down to the floor. Shoulders pouring down over your back. Releasing here. Come all the way up. Roll the ball back in. Take the ball over in one direction. You're going to take the hand that's come across. So I've gone to my left, so the opposite hand reaches away. Come back. Let's go to the other side in a nice diagonal line. Get into those lats at the top under the shoulders. Pull yourself back in through the center. And this time I'm going to just roll the edges of my hands, my pinkies, over the ball onto my wrist, and then come into like a prayer. So as long as your forehead comes down. If this is not great for your shoulders, you bring your fingers back, your palms back onto the ball again like you did a moment ago. Just breathe here. It's opening up into the shoulders a bit more, into the chest. Pelvic floor releasing here too. Nice deep breath. You're going to engage your pelvic floor, engage your lower abs, engage your shoulders, come all the way back up. Roll onto your back. Knees bent, feet on the floor, lengthen the back of your waist. Let's pop that ball behind the head. Lengthen the legs away if it feels comfortable. Let the arms just come to wherever feels good for you. The head and neck, and maybe even just right at the top of your shoulders, feel really supported into the ball. Lengthening away. Let the heels let the toes roll away from each other. Resting back. Eyes softly close. Just breathing, releasing. If your head wants to fall over to one side, just let it and just enjoy that gentle neck release. Over to the other side, maybe. Come back to center. Just release the body down to the floor, the joints, the pelvis, the heels, the ribs, the shoulders. Let the chin rest back into the ball. Let the eyeballs soften, let the eyelids soften. Space between your brow releasing. Wiggle the jaw, let go of the back teeth. Let your chin soften back, let your throat soften. And let the front body start to rest back and down now. Feel your legs heavy, right leg, left leg. Feel your arms heavy, right arm, left arm. Let go of the front of the shoulders, let go of the front of the pelvis. And then bring your awareness all the way down your body to the soles of your feet. And let the soles of your feet soften right and left. Stay here as long as you need to. And then when you are ready to move, take a little stretch of the toes, stretch the arms away behind. Feet to the mat. Lengthen the back of the waist. Bring your knees into your chest. Have a nice ease side to side here, rock and roll. You're going to come onto one side. So we're going to take the ball away, roll onto one side. Pop the ball off to the side. Come round to all fours. Spread the palms, tuck the toes, sit the hips back. Keep the hips moving back and up as you come into your down dog. It should feel amazing after what we've just done. You should feel rooted and planted. Release the chin a little more to your chest. Ease around the back of the neck. Sway the hips a little if it feels good. Sit the hips back, sit the belly and chest to your thighs. Lift the heels, bend the knees. Let's walk the hands back in, sitting the hips back, heels down. Release the upper body, release the crown to the floor. Slowly rebuild your spine. Feet under hips. Just ease around, find your feet on the floor. Let's take a big breath in. Open the chest. reach up, come to prayer, interlace your hands, press the back of the hands away, chin to chest, open the upper back. Come back into prayer, reach up, wide palms come down, interlace your hands behind your back, pull the shoulder blades down, knuckles to the floor, and then float the knuckles up towards the back wall. Ease around, release. One big breath in. Full hinge to the floor. Release any last tension. Bend your knees. Roll back up. Come back to standing. Just take a moment here. Fan up, prayer down towards your chest with the hands. Just take a moment. Feel your feet into the floor. Connected into the ground. Feel your legs connected. Pelvis connected. Your spine, your ribs, shoulders, the top of your spine, your neck, your head, your arms, and your palms. Notice your breath in your body. Notice the space that you've created in your body. Notice how your mind feels. And then when you're ready, release your hands. Well done this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, whenever you come to this nice, gentle mobility workout with the ball. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how it was for you, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.